All right, it's time to call Nebraska Attorney General's office again. And didn't save it, so I don't know which one of these is the Nebraska Attorney General's office, so I gotta look it up on the internet. Nebraska Attorney General's office. All right, we got the phone number coming up now. Nebraska Attorney General's office. All right, this is a different number than the one that I called earlier, apparently. Oh, wait, I have the Nebraska attorneys. I called them yesterday, apparently, so my mistake. Sorry, I've been on the phone a lot. A whole lot. I called these people up repeatedly, calmly and collectively, and got absolutely nowhere. That's the problem. If I'm not yelling, I get ignored. People treat me like it's not a big major deal. When I scream at the top of my lungs for help because they keep treating me like that, I get treated like I'm a monster. People scream at me, and it's fine. I get charged with a crime. People assault me. It's fine. I get charged with a crime. People break my things. It's fine. I get charged with a crime. It's not okay.
Please leave your message and I'll return your call as soon as possible. Thank you. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, simply hang up or press pound for further options.
Hello, this is Sean Schwartz. I don't know how many times I've called you guys trying to get help. You guys have turned me on to both the Nebraska State Patrol and the FBI, who both say that it's not their job. Meanwhile, I'm trying to turn in Sheriff Scott DeCosta of Dual County, Nebraska, and his deputies who have pulled these things repeatedly and ignored the crimes against me. I am a disabled adult. They made sure that they destroyed my ability to defend myself. Every time I try to turn them in, they trump up charges and arrest me. I just spent 7 months after all of the calls that I made to you guys before. I just spent 7 months locked up for crimes that were never committed because I was trying to turn in the Dual County Sheriff and some of his employees, as well as friends of some of those employees, including a sexual predator named Robert Warnick. He is on the Nebraska Sex Offender Registry. He threatened my life on multiple occasions, stalked me, and assaulted me. And his friend, Leslie Snell, works for the Dual County Sheriff's Department. They trumped up charges to prevent me from turning them in, ma'am, or sir, whoever it happens to be. I've called you guys up repeatedly to give you my number. I've called you guys up repeatedly to get help. The people that you send me to don't do the job that you tell me that they do. Each one of these places has told me to call you guys, and you guys tell me to call them, and everybody at some point or another tells me I have to turn it in to the Dual County Sheriff. He's the guy I'm trying to turn in. You send me to the Nebraska State Patrol, they say they don't police the police. You send me to the FBI. The FBI says it's not their job. I got to
You
go.
have reached the maximum time allowed to make your recording. To review, re-record, or add to your message, press 1. To mark your message urgent, press 2. To mark your message private, press 3. To send your marked urgent. To review, re-record, or add to your message, press 1. To unmark your message urgent, press 2. To mark.
We've been on the phone for hours, me and my advocate. hours and hours and hours. We were trying to show evidence of these crimes, and nobody out of all of these agencies was going to help until my advocate got involved and started making the calls with me. And y'all can tell she's frustrated. Why wouldn't she be? We've been at this well over a year now, close to 2 years. Sure, I have rights on paper. It's sorry, I'm typing in some laws. Now, there's an elderly and disabled abuse hotline. I've called them, and apparently it's not their job. Let's see. While federal law does not specifically address elder abuse, although federal legislation funds and National Center on Elder Abuse, or NCEA, all 50 states and the District of Columbia provide APS programs for victims. Well, they don't. I suppose I should type in specifically disabled, but it all falls under the elderly and disabled. So there's that. Let's see, disability abuse is when a person with a disability is abused physically, financially, sexually, and or psychologically due to the person having a disability. Disability abuse has also been considered a hate crime. Meanwhile, nobody's going to investigate any of this. It's against the law, sure, but nobody's going to investigate it. It's only illegal if I do it, or if I threaten to do it, or if someone pretends that I would do it. If someone pretends that I would do it, they can lock me up. Literally, I was in prison for 7 months because the people who actually harmed me pretended like I might harm them. That's like saying, oh, I shot this unarmed man because I was afraid he was going to shoot me first. Or I punched this person in the head who has no arms because I was afraid they were going to punch me first. Is it a crime to hit a disabled person? Unless the conduct is covered under some other provision of law providing greater punishment, any person who commits any aggravated assault or assault and battery on an individual with a disability is guilty of a Class F felony. A felony. That's right. It is a felony. What those officers did to me was a felony. What Robert Warnick did to me was a felony. What Joshua Rayborn did to me was a felony. I told you that it's a felony. But nobody wanted to do anything about it. Disability Discrimination Act of 1992. Offenses and penalties include victimization of a person attempting or intending to make a complaint under the DDA or the Human Rights and Equal Opportunity Act of 1986. Penalty is 6 months imprisonment. What crimes are people with disabilities most likely to be a victim of? As with any crime victim, people with disabilities may be victims of domestic violence, child abuse, sexual assault, homicide, fraud, or other types of crimes. They are victimized by family members, acquaintances, strangers, institutional personnel. It's right there. Institutional personnel and caregivers. Many are victimized multiple times. You guys, many of you pretend that I'm making it up because it has happened multiple times. How does a disability make you vulnerable to abuse? Impairment can create social isolation, which, along with the need for assistance with health and care and the potential increased situational vulnerabilities, raises the risk of domestic abuse for disabled people. Physical and environmental inaccessibility, stigma, and discrimination can also exclude and isolate them. This is what I have been trying to teach you guys from day one. These are things that I spoke out about before Natalie was killed. Now, I had a autism advocate a long time ago. She was working with Region 1. Her name was Tamara. She did the best that she could. She quit her job to take care of her son. There's only so much a person can take. Let's look up some more. Screw it. I don't even feel like looking up more stuff. There's so much that went on. I need to explain what's been going on. I had a phone call with SSI. I got a phone number that called while I was on the phone with SSI. So we called back to try to get whoever it was to call us back. We've been waiting on a phone call from Nebraska State Patrol Troop E. Turned out that phone number was Nebraska State Patrol Troop E. Why didn't they bother to call from that number before instead of a restricted number? See, that's the thing. I got it recorded, matter of fact, on the computer that I'm recording this on. I have that conversation the day that I was assaulted by a state patrol officer in Scott DaCosta for trying to turn in Scott DaCosta. I call the Nebraska State Patrol. They tell me I got to turn it into Dual County Sheriff's Department. Really? I got to turn in the Dual County Sheriff to the Dual County Sheriff's Department? So they told me they can't investigate themselves. I got to call the Nebraska State Patrol. So I called the Nebraska State Patrol. They tell me they don't investigate or they don't police the police. And back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Dual County telling me I got to call Nebraska State Patrol. Nebraska State Patrol telling me I got to call back Dual County. They did everything they could to illegally prevent me from going to my court cases and court dates, and they slandered me in those court cases and court dates. And they would not have gotten away with that slander if I'd have been allowed to go to court and show evidence. I could have gone to court and showed evidence of all of the things that Leslie Snell did. How she illegally got that protection order by preventing me from even going to court with the help of Scott DaCosta. with the help of William Barr, with the help of Robert Warnick. Now, there's a woman named Polly Olson who works at the courthouse. She's one of many people who told me, hey, Sean, you need to get a hold of the Nebraska Attorney General's office. They're supposed to help you. They won't turn you down. I called the Nebraska Attorney General's office. They said it was the FBI's job. The FBI said it's not our job, it's the State Patrol's job. They also said it's not our job, it's Dual County's job, and so on and so forth. They also told me it's not their job, it's the Nebraska Attorney General's office's job. I got to end the stream. Hey, just one moment. I'm ending a live stream right now, so give me about 10 seconds.